It's January 12th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a body preserved for a future that may never come, humanity drawing a line it feared to cross, and a celestial visitor burning briefly before vanishing. Let's begin. On January 12, 1967, a quiet death marked the beginning of something deeply unsettling. Dr. James Hiram Bedford, a retired psychologist professor, dying from cancer, took his final breath, but his story did not end there. Instead of being buried or cremated, his body was prepared for an experiment no human had ever undergone before. Within hours, Bedford was sealed away and lowered into liquid nitrogen, frozen in minus 196 degrees Celsius. His blood stilled, his cells crystallized, time itself was forced to stop. He became the world's first cryonaut, a man suspended between death and a future that may never arrive. The idea was simple, that science someday might reverse death itself. Decades have passed and generations have lived and died, but Bedford remains unchanged, stored in silence, maintained year after year. He waits, neither alive nor truly gone. They say around 700 people are currently cryogenically frozen worldwide, with thousands more on a waiting list, hoping for future medical revival. On January 12, 1998, behind closed doors in Europe, a decision was made that would quietly shape the future. 19 nations gathered under glowing unease, not over war or weapons, but something far more intimate, the possibility of cloning humans. The result was a historical agreement banning human cloning. For the first time, the world drew a legal line, declaring that creating genetically identical humans was forbidden. The treaty spoke of human dignity, a phrase that carried an unspoken fear of what science soon may be capable of. But this wasn't just paranoia. Weeks earlier, an American physicist publicly announced plans to clone a human being. What had once belonged to science fiction was now being discussed as a real experiment. Not everyone agreed, and the United Kingdom and Germany refused to sign, divided over how far research should be allowed to go. Humanity had stepped close to a door it wasn't sure it should open. The treaty closed the door for now, but history has shown that once an idea exists, it's only a matter of time before somebody tries again. On January 12, 2007, a brilliant presence appeared near the sun, so bright that it defied the rules of daylight. The comet McKnight had reached its closest point to the sun, and for a brief moment, humanity could see the comet in broad daylight. Hanging just a few degrees from the sun, the object burned with eerie intensity, and made more visible by the sunlight scattered through its vast tail. To ancient civilizations, this sight would have meant disaster, a celestial omen written across the sky. But in modern times, we were just in awe. At its peak, the comet reached an astonishing brightness of negative 5.5 magnitude, rivaling planets and becoming the second brightest seen in modern times. For only a few days it lingered, unmissable and unforgettable. Then, just as suddenly, it faded into darkness. It burned brighter than logic allowed. Those who saw it knew they had witnessed something rare, and something unsettling. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.